Oh. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah. Okay, let's get it popping, man. Week 15 already. Yeah, Lamar. I was like, yeah. Oh, what the heck, man? Here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah. I know that's kind of cringe. Oh well. Whoop. Whatever. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Week 15 picks for the Stephen Rose and Yinzer Max Sports tournaments. It's always a pleasure to do these tournaments. I've been doing them for a couple of years now. And, like I have said before, I will keep doing these tournaments essentially until I tell them I'm not doing it anymore. And I don't know when that'll be. So, anyways, week 15 means we got 4 weeks left, including this week already. And also, we're going to start seeing some clinching, right? Yeah, teams are starting to clinch spots in the playoffs. And we've already seen the Niners clinch thanks to the Packers losing. So I'm sure they really enjoyed that one. Niners fans, I know they enjoyed that big time. But yeah, so we are going to jump right into week 15. No more bye weeks for the rest of the year. And for a lot of teams, they're just like, just get this damn thing over with so we could get to the draft. I mean, there's a certain amount of teams right now that are in that mind frame. Of course, the Panthers are, the Cardinals are, sort of. The Patriots doing this again, aren't we? Yeah, my internet is trolling me right now. Can't talk about the Patriots? Tom Brady? Internet? Come on. Are you with me or against me, internet? OBS? It's probably just OBS tripping. But anyways, I don't really know how far I got into my little rant about how teams are looking right now. But yeah, we're getting into the part of the season where teams are either prepping for the playoffs or they're probably a month or so into mock draft season. And trust me, as a Browns fan, my fellow Browns fans can probably vouch as well. We know when mock draft season begins. Yeah. Um, I would say probably week 9 or 10 is when mock draft season really begins. Although some people would be looking at mock drafts, God, as early as like week 6 or 7, depending on how bad your team is. Like, if you go into the season already knowing you're going to be asked, you're probably looking at mock drafts from week 1, right? But yeah, you're looking at the current standings. Like, it's crazy. I'm looking at it right now. Panthers or the Bears would have the number 1 pick right now. The Patriots, the Cardinals, of course, the Commanders, and the Bears again. The Bears, the Raiders, the Jets, the Giants, the Titans, and the Chargers are all tied at 5 and 8. That's freaking nuts. One win can send the Bears from 5th all the way down to 10th if the other teams lose. This is going to be a very interesting final, like 4 or so weeks of the season. I'm here for it. Let me check actually my lovely stream to make sure we're still cooking. Internet freaking trolling the hell out of me right now. Yeah, we're good. Okay. How about that, guys? Um, Internet's been kind of spotty, so it's been behaving better, but it still has its it still gives me an attitude. I got the I got the provider coming tomorrow to assess the situation and see if it's back to what it should be or should we have to get it fixed. Anyways, enough rambling around. I'm actually taking a look at the Patriots' history real quick just to see like when the last time they were this bad was. Because I know one thing, it's been a long time since they've been this bad. Because of course they've had Tom Brady for 20 some years. And then in the years since he's left, they had like Mac Jones, and he was good to start. Looks solid. And now he's booty butt cheeks now. Yeah. He's Mac trash now. The last time they were this bad was 2000 when they won 5 games. And that was the year before they won the Super Bowl. That's the worst record they've had. Like, this is the worst they've been since then. Like, that's actually insane. They literally went from 2003 all the way up until 2019, winning double digit games every year. By the time, when they had Brady, by this time of year, their fans have already ordered their, conference, well, not conference, but division championship gear, and their players are probably already plotting out, what they're going to be doing, for the first round because they ain't playing because they have the bye, right? For the wild card. And then, of course, they already have the hats and t shirts ordered, the champagne's on lock, getting ready to pop a little bottles, maybe smoke a cigar. Yeah, this should be a very interesting week. So, with that being said, I'm going to jump right into it. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. So, let's get right into it, starting with Thursday Night Football. We got the Chargers and the Raiders in Vegas on Thursday night, one of the last Thursday night games of the year. We only have, I think, 2 more after this week, which is crazy to think about, right? 2 more Thursday night games after this. The Browns and the Jets is the last one. And of course, I'll be streaming that game. And then, like I said, I might be doing Ravens and Dolphins after that. I think that's Sunday. So that'll be fun. And that should be a banger. It depends on where both teams are in the standings. Like, if we got to fight for first place, oh, you know damn well I'm doing that game. You know damn well I am. For real. For reals. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, we got the 5-8 Chargers, 5-8 Raiders. There are 2 of those teams in that log jam at 5-8 in the standings, This is going to be a tough game. No Justin Herbert, by the way. He's out for the year with finger. He had was it index finger surgery. Broken finger, I believe is what it was. Vegas favored by 3, over under 34.5. And it's the Chargers, so they just have horrible luck in general. Um, I'm gonna go Raiders. Yeah, I believe it'll be. I want to say Max Duggan or Easton Stick. Not like it matters. I mean, God, who's gonna be starting for them? Like I said, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna go Raiders to beat the Chargers on Thursday night. Probably one of the easier games to pick. All right, moving on. We got the 7-6 Vikings and the 7-6 Bungles. Now, I don't know if it'll be Josh Dobbs. Most likely it might not be him. If it's Nick Mullins, this should be interesting, right? Nick Mullintana, as some of my 49er fan friends on here say. Yeah, that's what they call him, Mullintana. Never forget when he started a game for us because we literally didn't have any other quarterbacks. Right? Remember that game against the Raiders when he started and damn near beat the Raiders? That was fun. If only we had a defense that game, right? Darn. But the Bungles with Jake Browning should be an interesting game at least, right? Cincinnati at home favored by 3.5, over under 38.5. I want to go. By the way, this is on Saturday, by the way. Yeah, Saturday games. How about that? Gotta love that. At 1 o'clock on NFL Network. I want to go Vikings, man. I really do. And I'm actually going to go Vikings. Yeah. The Vikings are going to squeak one out over the Bungles, and they're going to go to 8-6 on the year. It's not even me just being a hater. I just think the Vikings are going to be able to get the job done. Yeah. So give me the Vikings to beat the Bungles on the road, and they're going to go to 8-6 and somewhat stay afloat in the NFC North. Now, moving on to the second Saturday game, we got 7-6, another matchup of 7-6 teams. 7-6 Steelers, 7-6 Colts. Mitch Trubisky versus Gardner Minshew. Ugh. Two more matchups of booty butt cheeks, pretty much. Mid. It's a matchup of mid. Yeah. Steelers are butt cheeks right now. They're falling off a little bit, I think. Believe it or not. I'm actually gonna go Indy. Yeah. I'm gonna go Indy to pull it out against the Steelers at home. And they're gonna go to 8-6 just like Minnesota. So give me Indy to again stay alive in that division. Because all of a sudden things could get very interesting in that division, especially with the Jaguars facing the Ravens. Things could get fun out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm gonna go Indy over the Steelers. And by the way, the over under for that game, 42.5. Indy favored by 2.5 too. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the home squad. Give me Indy over the Steelers on fourth at 4:30 on NFL Network. Yeah, we got an NFL Network triple header too, by the way. Who are trying to essentially keep the other teams in their division away from them, which they're still got a little bit of a distance, but man, those other teams are closing up quick. If the Lions slip up here and the Vikings win, all of a sudden, Vikings are 8-6, right? Lions are 9-5. That's a game between them. Oh boy, things are gonna get very interesting. Like I said, if the Lions lose this game. But yeah, Denver has been red hot as of late. And all of a sudden, they're a game back of the Chiefs for the division over there in the AFC West. Like, my goodness. I think I said this before, but I'm pretty sure this might be the most beatable Chiefs team we've seen with Pat Mahomes at quarterback. This is probably going to be the first year with Mahomes at QB that they are not hosting a playoff game. Like, they're not going to be guaranteed a host playoff game, right? They're not going to be guaranteed to host the AFC Championship like they've been doing the last couple years. I remember like when the AFC title game was always at Gillette, right? Now it's like that's the same thing now with Arrowhead. Like now it would be at M&T Bank, which is insane. But yeah, I think in this game it'll be a banger. Lions favored by 5, over under 47.5. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. But I'm gonna go with the hot hand here. Give me the Broncos to eke one out over the Lions on the road. They're a hot team right now, and I think they keep rolling. They smell that division lead, right? They know that the Chiefs are kind of struggling. They're puttering to the finish line. The Broncos are getting hot at the right time. I think they could easily take over the division out of nowhere. Oh my God, imagine if they do. Ooh, that would be insane. But yeah, I'm going to go Broncos to beat the Lions on the road here. Yeah, over under 47.5. The line is 5 for Detroit. All right, moving on. We got the Sunday games. Starting off with the 6-7 Falcons and the 1-12 Panthers. You guys know where I'm going with this. I'm going with the Falcons. Yeah. Atlanta favored by 3 on the road, over under 35.5. Panthers are just dead in the water. They're a deceased team right now. They're done for. They're 1-12. I don't see them winning a game for the rest of the year unless they surprise me. I'm rolling with the Falcons to get the job done here. Yeah, give me Atlanta on the road. And then moving on, we got my team, the 8-5 Browns, hosting the 5-8 Bears. Bears have won 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Both teams coming off victories last week. Browns, of course, at home where they are 6-1. Bears have been playing much better. This is going to be interesting, and I'm sure Justin Fields still has nightmares after what Myles Garrett and company did to him last time he came to the dog pound. Yeah. Of course, no Baker Mayfield this time, and instead we got Joe Flacco. That should be fun. Joe Flacco officially named the starter right after. On my Victory Monday stream, I actually asked, why did we put him back on protocol? I mean, back on the practice squad? That's standard procedure. That's the way the NFL has it. He's a practice squad player. And when you call him up after the game, he goes right back to the practice squad. Sign him, which I'm sure the Browns will do, maybe even before this game on Sunday. You sign him to the active roster because you can only call him up a certain amount of times. After that, you can't do it anymore. Mindful, which I'm sure they're gonna sign him to the active roster here, probably by the time the game gets here, maybe by the end of the week. Definitely, probably, most likely by the end of the practice week, most likely, if I had to guess. But yeah, I think the Browns are gonna get the job done here. They looked a lot better against the Jags. Granted, yeah, we gave up 27 points, but 14 of those points were essentially gifted to the Jaguars by our offense, giving them short field. And when they weren't gifted a short field or aided by penalties, our defense shut them down pretty much, right? And I think we're probably going to see a little bit of the same thing here. I mean, let's take a look real quick at the Bears team because honestly, I mean, I know Jalen Johnson's over there. Montez Sweat. Of course, they don't have Roquan Smith over there anymore. So that's they they did make some big moves this offseason because again, in their eyes, they weren't trying to be a trash team this year. It's just the way it is, right? They were trying to actually compete this year, and they are actually competing. Too bad they woke up a little too late, in my opinion. I think it's just a little too late for them to be a legit threat in the NFC North. But you never know; they could make a team's vulnerable. Team seasons here coming up. But yeah, you look at their defense. Solid defense up front. Montez Sweat. You have Andrew Billings, former Brown. Justin Jones. Yannick Ngakwe. T.J. Edwards. Tremaine Edmonds. Jalen. That's their linebackers. Yeah. T.J. Edwards. Tremaine Edmonds. You have Noah Sewell. Dylan Cole. Like they have a solid unit. Honestly, you look at their secondary. This is going to be interesting. Jalen Johnson, Brisker, Jackson, Tyreek Stevenson, and Kyler Gordon. Those are their main guys. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Against a not so great receiving core that we have, it just doesn't hit hard like we thought it would. You know, I mean, besides Amari, we don't really have that top tier esque receiver to go with him to take attention away from him. I mean, teams are just going to double team Amari and dare everyone else to beat him. Although Elijah's showed out lately with Joe Flacco at quarterback, this could be the game where Elijah might, come out of nowhere. That'd be cool. Yeah, this would be an interesting game. You look at the odds and everything. Browns favored by 3.5. Over under 37.5. Okay. And yeah, I'm going Browns. Give me the dogs to get the job done here, and they're gonna secure their first winning record in the second winning record in 4 years under Kevin Stefanski, which is actually impressive because Kevin would then have as many 500 seasons, right, winning seasons as the Browns have had before he showed up, which is insane. Before he showed up, we had two winning seasons. Made the playoffs one time and narrowly missed the other time. Kevin shows up, first year, goes to the playoffs, right? Next couple years, they don't look so good. And then this year was pretty fun so far. We'll see what we do here against the Bears. We got the Texans on deck next week. We'll see how CJ Stroud looks, but not trying to look ahead. So yeah, I got the Browns beating the Bears at home, and they're gonna go to 7-1 at home, 9-5 overall. Obviously, give me the Browns. All right, moving on. We got the 6-7 Buccaneers and the 6-7 Packers. This honestly, God, this honestly could be a low key banger of a game. It's one of those games where you look at it and it's like, ew, ass. But then it's like, actually, that game doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Jordan Love versus Baker. I mean, don't look now, but Packers are kind of still alive in the division a little bit. If they win out, never know. But yeah, the Buccaneers trying to stay alive in that division. The NFC South will always be compared to the AL Central in baseball because the division is just so bad. Someone has to win the division too. And what sucks is one of those teams is going to host a playoff game. And they're going to host a far better team. It's the one flaw about the system that they have. But I understand it. It is what it is. But yeah, I think in this one I'm actually going to go with the Packers to beat the Bucks at home. I mean I like what Jordan Love's been doing, and that team has been looking good. They honestly could have beaten the Giants, but things didn't go their way. Now the over under 41.5. Packers favored by 3.5. Yeah, I just can't trust the Bucks right now to be consistent. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going with the Packers at home. By the way, Packers are 4-2 at home, so they're pretty good at Lambeau. All right, moving on. We got this. Oh my God, the 5-8 Jets and the 9-4 Dolphins. Yeah, I think the Dolphins bounce back here and they beat the Jets and they will go to 10-4. I mean, not much else to say. The Jets are just kind of eh. I mean, they did do a number on the Texans, but CJ Stroud got hurt and they just played like ass. I think the Dolphins are going to be pissed off. They had that game won against the Titans and they let it slip. They're not going to let it happen again. Dolphins are going to get the win and they're going to go to 6-1 at home and 10-4 overall. Miami's favored by 8.5. Over under 38.5. Yeah, give me the Dolphins over the Jets here. The Jets are just so bad. I mean, yeah, they did do really good against the Texans, but yeah, it is what it is. The Texans again lost CJ Stroud. A lot of those weapons were out or whatever. Yeah. Give me the Dolphins over the Jets. All right. We got that game, but the Bucks are a team we got to take serious. Oh, fire Joe Barry. Wow, damn. I knew it was going to be a potential trap game, but yeah, we'll bounce back. Jaden Reed got a concussion and Wicks suffered an injury. Then at receiver. I think Aaron Jones and Quadzilla are going to be key in this game. If they play or whatever. I don't know their status. But they need their run game, like you're saying, to show up. But yeah, in this one, I'm going with the Dolphins over the Jets. Pretty simple. Next, we got the 5-8 Giants and the 6-7 Saints in the Superdome. And over under 37.5. Line is New Orleans by 6. I mean, I like what the Giants did against the Packers, but going to the Superdome, can they get the job done again? Can they get the job done again, huh? What are you doing, Tommy? Tommy, what do they call him? Tommy Cutlets? Huh? What are you doing, huh? What are you freaking doing? Put him up, Tommy. Got him up, Tommy. I think I'm doing like a Brooklyn accent. I'm not even doing a Jersey. I'm doing freaking Brooklyn. I'm freaking talking like a Brooklyn person, man. What am I doing? I'm freaking drag you up by your freaking feet and beat you with a freaking baseball bat. But no, I think the Giants are going to make this game really, really close. I mean, the Saints, they are known to derp at times. Derek Carr hasn't been great. But, I mean, Tommy DeVito been looking fantastic. I mean, how do you freaking doubt him, huh? How you freaking doubt Tommy DeVito? He's a freaking stud, man. What are you doing? How you doing? I'm talking like a Bostonian. What am I doing? Oh my god, what am I doing, man? Mm-mm-mm. Bish. Doing the Italian thing, talking like a Bostonian. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Don't ask. But yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go with the Saints at home. Saints are gonna get a dub over the Giants, and they're gonna go to 7-7 and just make that division even more chaotic. Give me the Saints at home. I think they'll cover the 6, and I think it'll probably go slightly under. Yeah, give me the Saints. All right, moving on. We got the 7-6 Texans and the 5-8 Titans. Yeah, I don't know what the status of CJ Stroud is. If he plays, give me the Texans. If not, Davis Mills. Depends on if their weapons, if most of their weapons play. But for some reason, I think the Titans are going to take this one. Yeah. Tennessee favored by 2.5. Over under 37.5. You know what? Give me the Titans. They're going to ride the wave of momentum that they got beating the Dolphins. They're going to beat the Texans. And they're going to go to 6-8 on the year. Give me Tennessee over Houston. All right, moving on. We got the final 1 o'clock game of the week. We got the 8-5 Chiefs and the 3-10 Patriots. You guys know who I'm going with. Give me the Chiefs, 8-5. They're definitely pissed off after what happened in their last game, the whole offsides debacle, and they're going to smack the Patriots around here. And yeah, give me the Chiefs. Easiest pick of the week. Chiefs are 9.5 point favorites and a 37.5 over under. Yeah, give me the Chiefs to get the dub. I don't even think it. I don't think it. I don't think it's close. To be fair, yeah, I don't think it'll be close. Give me the Chiefs. All right, moving on. We got the 4 o'clock game starting off with the Niners and the Cardinals. 10-3 Niners. The Cardinals have had a history of giving the Niners fits, but this Niners team is different. I'm going to go San Francisco on the road here. They're going to get that big dub, and they're going to just keep rolling. And the 13.5 point favorites, over under 47.5. I think San Francisco wins by at least maybe 2 touchdowns, maybe 2 touchdowns and a field goal around there. And I think the Cardinals do keep it close for a bit, but I think the Niners pull away at the end. And I mean, they've already clinched a playoff spot, so now they're just like, let's just keep cruising and gain momentum into the playoffs. And they're trying to get that number one seed, damn it, too. So yeah, give me the Niners over the Cardinals. All right, probably one of the easiest picks of the week. Moving on, we got the second 4 o'clock game of the week, as my page just had to refresh for some reason. I always love when it does that. Really ruins the vibe. All right, we love when the vibe gets ruined. What's up, Daniel? I'm Daniel. So we just gotta wait here. All right, so next we got, oh my god, we got the 4-9 Commanders and the 6-7 Rams. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams in this one. They're gonna go to 7-7 on the year. It's pretty simple pick there. Give me the Rams to beat the Commies, and we'll see how much longer they give Ron Rivera over there. Could this be the straw that breaks the camel's back? I'm not sure. But yeah, give me the Rams to go to 6-7 on the year. And the Rams are 6.5 point favorites with an over under of 49.5. Damn, high scoring game. But yeah, give me the Rams to get the dub over the Commanders. They're going to get back to 500. And then we got the last afternoon game of the week. One of the bigger games, marquee wise. 10-3 Cowboys, 7-6 Bills in Buffalo. Bills got that dub barely over the Chiefs. And, they're riding a good wave of momentum, but so are the Cowboys, who smacked around the Eagles, man. They mocked, and I know it felt good too. But yeah, I'm gonna go with them boys here. They're gonna go to 11-3, and they're just gonna be right on the Eagles' freaking tailpipe for the rest of the way. That's the way I see it. And I mean, the Bills will put up a fight, but I just don't know if they can contain that firepower that the Cowboys have. Cowboys are a nice ass team right now. They're rolling. And Buffalo's favored by 2.5 with an over under of 50.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys to squeak it out over the Bills, and they're gonna go to 11-3 overall and 4-3 on the road. And then the final game of the day, 8:20 p.m. Sunday Night Football. We got the 10-3 Ravens and the 8-5 Jaguars. Of course, the Jaguars coming off the loss to the Browns. Trevor Lawrence, I thought, had a ankle sprain. Dude was playing like he wasn't even hurt. Like, I'm thinking, what kind of freaking cocktail of narcotic or what cocktail of drugs did they give this dude to freaking have him playing like he's not even hurt? Like, this dude's not limping at all. This dude's running around like he's 100%. I'm like thinking, okay, they either lied and maybe they overlooked the injury and thought it's like a high ankle sprain when it's really just a turned ankle or something. Maybe he pulled something. Man, the way he was walking, I'm thinking, oh, this dude ain't playing against us. He comes out there and it's like, yo, is this dude even hurt? Superhuman or something? You're like, damn, what do they do over there at Clemson? My God. He must have some flexible ass ankles, man. My God. They said that was like a 4 to 6 week injury, and this dude's out here running around like nothing's wrong. It's freaking crazy. But yeah, now they got to deal with the Ravens in Jacksonville. And after this game, the Jaguars are trying to. What would this be? Trying to go 3-1 in the division, right? Finishing up their tour to AFC North. 3 straight weeks against the North. Beat they lost to the Bungles. Lost to us. No, I'm sorry, no. They're 1-2 against the North. That's right. I thought they beat the Bungles. No, they lost. That's right. Duh. Yeah, they've only got one win against the division, and it's against the lowly ass Steelers. Man, I'm telling you, if the freaking Jags can do us a favor and beat the Ravens, that would be dope. But am I asking for a lot? Yes, actually. Ravens are favored by 3.5, over under 43.5, and with the way their defense was playing against Joe Flacco, man, Joe Flacco was cooking them. 311 yards, 3 tutties. And this dude's like a damn near statue. Now you gotta face Lamar Jackson. Have fun, Jags. But yeah, if I'm being real here, Jags are gonna get their butt whipped. Sorry, it's just the way it is. I think the Jags offense will keep it relatively close, but yeah, I think the Ravens take care of business here on the road. And they go to 11-3 and they inch even closer to a division title. And they're trying to lock up the number 1 seed, right? So we'll see what happens. And then wrapping it all up, by the way, yeah, Baltimore favored by 3.5, over under 43.5. Should be a good game regardless, though. I want to see how ETN does. But yeah, Monday Night Football, we got the Eagles 10-3 against the Seahawks in Seattle. The line is Philly by 4 on the road, over under 47.5. We'll see if Geno Smith comes back here. Most likely he will be back, but we'll see. But I'm going to go Birds here. See what I did there? Go Birds, because they're both birds. No, I'm going to go Eagles. Yeah, give me the Kelly Green Birds over the Seahawks on the road. Yeah, I trust this. I trust the Eagles more than the Seahawks right now. The Seahawks, they should have a few more losses than they already have, right? But hey, it is what it is. So give me the Eagles over the Seahawks. And there you have it. Those are my picks for week 15. Keeping this one a little bit shorter. Just a quick rundown. I'm going with the Raiders on Thursday night. Saturday, I'm going Vikings, Colts, and Broncos on Saturday. And then Sunday, of course, Falcons, Browns, duh, Bucks, Dolphins, Saints, Titans. Although that one might have an asterisk because we'll see if CJ Stroud plays. But for right now, I'm saying Titans. If CJ Stroud plays, I'm going Texans. Yeah. It all depends on if he plays because he has a concussion. And lately, players that get a concussion do not usually play the very next week. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to go Titans right now. Although I think Amari had a concussion 2 weeks ago, but he played this past week. So we'll see. See what happens. But I'm going to go Titans right now. Might change. Put like an asterisk next to it, I guess. And then I'm going to go Chiefs, Niners, Rams, Cowboys, Ravens, and then Monday night, Eagles. So there you have it. That's going to wrap it up for my picks for week 15. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you may be residing. I know I have a lot of viewers that reside on the other side of the world. Europe, Asia, Eurasia. I have some Oceania friends. My lovely viewers from the Philippines. They mainly pop in for basketball, which is dope. Shout out to them. Shout out to the people across the pond, either on the Atlantic side or even on the Pacific side. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. It's only 11 p.m. down there, pretty much. Yeah, it's only 11 p.m. over there on the West Coast. Just think about the people in Hawaii. It's even earlier than that. It's just turning dusk over there. Sheesh. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up. I will see you all sometime this week for some Cavs basketball, most likely. We'll see, though. Might even do some college bowl games. By the way, I will be doing a Bowl Mania stream where I'll give my picks for each bowl game. That'll probably be on Friday night because the first bowl games are on Saturday. So it's already bowl season, man. Let's freaking get it. So yeah, with that being said, shout out to everyone who came through: Lamar, Jacob, Unknown, and of course Daniel. And sorry about the internet being stupid, but hey, it is what it is. Just gotta live with it. So I will see you all later. And as always, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream, depending on what happens. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns.